This is Dr. Chris Radio Horror Program, YouTube channel, with another fantastic review by the blonde in front of fear, Cati, reviewing Escape Room.
Well, hello, listeners, and it is time for another review from me, the blonde in front of fear. This time, Escape Room, directed by Adam Robitel. Now, it is set in Chicago, so I'm hoping that it's going to be good when I saw that, but luckily, it is. This is not a bad film. Now, I know people are going to be like, okay, things. Well, here's the thing. You've got three things working against it. It's in January, it's PG-13, and it's horror. That right there is a trifecta of terribleness. But, lo and behold, you got a good film. Now, it's about six strangers who are all invited to participate in an escape room, and because there is a worthy prize, they say yes. So, freedom of choice. Now, soon you find out what happens when an escape room stops being polite and the deaths become very real. Now, if you are wondering what this is like, imagine a dark web sort of Saw without the complete moral and cosmic consequences, Hostel without the gore, and Cube without the matching jumpsuits. You've got all these different escape rooms that are extremely well done, and I have to say, production design by Edward Thomas, very good. The art direction, the set direction, excellent, excellent, excellent. And the acting is, this was solid casting, great acting choices. You've got familiar faces like Deborah Ann Wall from, True Blood, and Tyler Bean from Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I believe that's the name of that movie. But you also have some new faces or people you may recognize but not know for sure. And everyone does a great job. In fact, everyone I would love to see in another film. While I'm praising it, I will have to say the last, 10 minutes, kind of wonky, sort of seemed to be thrown together. And maybe because it almost seems like they had some test screenings where the movie ended, and then they're like, no, we want to do this. And so they added some more stuff. You know what? Even with that, I'm going to say it's still worth a watch. It's definitely going to be a sequel. Yes, Chris?
It definitely seemed like there were 6 endings to that movie.
Well, I know it definitely seemed like at the very end, it seemed like there was one end, and then, that they added what ended up being the ending on it. It just seemed like it was kind of throw on thing because it didn't seem to go with the rest of the movie. And it also seems like some of the characters definitely changed the way their body looked in what seemed to be a 6-month time. But you know what? If you're gonna have a sequel, I don't think this is bad. Like I said, well written. All the escape rooms are pretty well done. There's one that's has to do with this psychedelic drug kind of one that is excellent. And I would say go and see it. For just the little parts that aren't great, believe me, for a January horror film, I'm very excited if this is going to be the way to start the year, because like I said, usually it's a bunch of and this one is worth a watch. So I'd give it a cheers, thumbs up, and check it out, kids. Let me know what you think.
When watching the movie, did you think the one named star was going to survive the movie? Deborah Ann Woll, I think. She plays Karen Page on the Netflix Marvel television series, and she was, of course, on True Blood.
Yeah, I think she was going to be the main. Not necessarily, because I think Tyler Labine, I think, has a more familiar face, like Tucker and Dale versus Evil and Rise of the Planet of the Apes. He's been in tons of stuff, and I was actually surprised, but I felt like the person, who was going to be, the final survivor, I actually thought that they would be the final survivor.
I felt like the ending of the movie, what was the name of the James Gunn horror movie that came out last year, just before he got fired from Guardians of the Galaxy?
The Belko experiment?
Yeah, I thought the ending to this movie was like that. We were just kind of like, oh, there's a secret organization. We don't know who the people are that are running it, but we're kind of just giving you an explanation about why this is happening. Bum, bum, bum.
See, I would say it's more of a dark web, rich people are bored, so they're going to play with people's lives kind of thing, other than the Belko experiment, which seemed like it was more of a government, some sort of dark government secret organization that's, again, using people to see. But for that, I want that seems like with Belko experiment that could be that could definitely have a sequel with just the people who survived all the different ones. Because I mean, it seems like they're all over the world. And with this, I mean, who knows? Because I mean, they gave a lot of examples of how many escape rooms there could be.
Yeah. Have you ever done an escape room yourself?
I have.
Did you fail or succeed?
Well, if you have done an escape room, you know that did I get out of the escape room? I did not. And the reason why? Because you yourself cannot get out of an escape room. You have to work as a team. If you do not, and you go in there with selfish people, then you will not make it out. And unfortunately, if people don't listen to each other and all that stuff, that is what happened with our escape room, and we did not make it out.
So you would have been like the victims in the movie then?
Not necessarily, because I think when they finally started to listen to each other, it was a little too late. But you just need, it's an escape room. An escape room, you have to listen to each other. That's why it's like when people keep saying, like, oh, it's like this movie, it's like this movie. It's like, no, there's a big difference. Like, with Saw, everyone in, like, a Saw film has some sort of, like, karmic reason of they're justified for being there, and they have to get out or pay for what they did. With the escape room, that's not necessarily the case, and all people, could survive if they work together and all that stuff, but if you get people who don't do that, then there can be people who die, and that's what happened. It's a team sport escape room, and, there isn't me in team, so that is what happens.
Thank you, Katie, for your review of Escape Room, which I believe is still playing in theaters right now. Check out the rest of the reviews here we have on the Radio Horror YouTube channel. Like and subscribe and comment on this video, and go to Katie's website on theblondeinfront.com for more of her fantastic reviews as well.